Hey crafty cuties, I am here to show you my final 5 Tim Holtz junk journal folios. And we're going to flip through each of these. I am going to show you all 5. I'm so excited. If you want to see how I made these, I have a full free tutorial up on my YouTube channel. I will link it below. It is 3 parts. If you're a Patreon member, I do have it all together like in one video for you. I have that posted in there already. Each of these comes with a pack of these fun faux wax seal embellishments, like a charm pack. You could use these if you want to add charms to, you'll see the little dangle that I have on the journals. And then a journal pack full of handmade items that kind of go with this theme. These are getting sent to my Patreon members. I am considering putting one of these or a couple of these up on my website as like a pre-order or a custom order. It's made to order. So when you purchase it is when I start to make it. So it is going to have like a 7 to 10 day turnaround time. These are very, very labor intensive. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, let's get started. So here is this one. I don't have like names for them, but so they each have a charm on this side, and this is like a Tim Holtz coin charm, and then they all have the same kind of closure. And basically this is a crinkled seam binding, and it is attached to one of the covers, and you can just wrap it around and then like tuck the excess underneath, or you could take each one around an opposite way and tie a bow, whatever you prefer. And then this one has like a little label if you wanted to add a date or name, something like that. So this is how this one opens. So you open it up, and then to the right are 3 decorated signatures. I'll take you through. This one has a little frame with a removable journal card. If you want to add a photo or something, you could just glue it in there. So there are a variety of papers. I decorated quite a few of the pages, but I left some room for the recipient to make it their own. There's lots of pockets, so many pockets. I try to embellish some of the blank pages so that they have like a start. Obviously, you'll see a few blank pages in there for them to do whatever they want with, but this is what my decorated journals look like. I think it's a pretty good balance, but they're definitely full of stuff. I've filled the pockets. Almost every pocket is going to have something in it. There's a lot of little tuck spots with journal cards and tags clipped in. So yeah, so these first 3 signatures are decorated, as you can see. And then since this is a folio, okay, well the back cover for this one has a handmade envelope. So then the folio part of it over here, this is like the extra wing or whatever you want to call it. There are pockets on this little booklet full of pockets. It is held together with a Velcro. You have to be careful because these can pull off pretty easy. But this has like little tuck spots, a little flip, a little side pocket, and then that closes back up, and then you can open this. And then we're kind of like in the second section of the journal. And so in this part, there is a removable journal, and this is just pages, blank pages, still a variety, held together, and you could take this in and out as you please. You could add to it, you could take away, very easy. This is like the front inside cover, so there is a beautiful little window pocket there. And then over here, there is this little closure like that. This has a cute little charm on it. And then it opens up, and there are 2 pockets up here, a little side hidden pocket kind of thing, and then a glassine window bag. And then down here is just a tiny little spot for a tag. And then this just closes together with this twine. And then the charm kind of holds it down as well. So there's that one. I love the colors in this one so much. So you can see, you can just kind of go like that. All right, there's that one. This one, I'll give you a look. I did quick flip throughs of these on TikTok, and I probably would have uploaded them by here or on here by now. Yeah, so if you want to see a quicker version, but I am going to go quicker through the next 4 just because they're similar, but I want them to be a surprise to the recipient. So we get into this one, and we have our journal. So even though I make them all together, they are all going to have lots of different elements and interactive pages. I sewed lace and tabs onto the sides. All kinds of like places that you can add your own things to, or you know, decorate it as like a creative kind of journaling. These would be good journals for even just journaling because there would be so many spaces. I think when the recipients get these, it'll be a really fun journal for them to look through. So over here we have that same little pocket full of, no, it's a booklet full of pockets. That's what I called it. And then the same thing over here. You have that removable journal. This one has the envelope over here. Okay. Next up, same thing. I just already had that undone. Here's the cover on this one. If you'll notice, there's a little Brad with a J. So that is going to one of my members with a J. I'm curious if they will notice that little detail or not. And then this one opens up a little bit different. So the journal part is on the left-hand side, and we have that same little folio pocket sort of thing here. Bring that up a little bit more for you. Just tons of things added into these journals. Things clipped on as well. I clipped on a lot of things that can just easily be moved around. Ledger pockets. There's coffee dyed paper and little file cards and fold outs. Wallpaper, belly bands with vellum envelopes. And then we have this again. And then this opens up. Removable journal, lots of papers in there. And then it closes up like that. If it's tricky to remember how to close it up, I recommend just keeping in mind that the main journal, let me just kind of show you after I show you this one. This one's all about butterflies. I love it. So see, this chain you could easily add a lot of charms or beads to if they wanted. I included quite a few. So yes, the actual journal part has the sewn in journals, while the folio portion has the removable. And so all you really need to try to keep in mind is that those are 2 sections of this folio, and that will make it close together perfectly. So the folio part has the additional little fold out, and then this journal part is all by itself. We got belly bands, and I used so much Tim Holtz in here. Like, I actually made a dent in my stash, and so almost probably every page has some Tim Holtz. And I also used Cara Brandon's printables in here, which paired so nicely, and I feel like you can barely tell a difference between her printables and Tim Holtz. I loved this little botanical pocket. It says yellow, and so I inked it up yellow. I added a little yellow charm, and I add little touches like that in every journal. We got little strips sewn on. And then, and last but not least, these ones. And thanks to my members for being so patient. These got out pretty dang late. I was really not happy about it, but I think I added too many spaces available. I just really did a bad job at estimating the time that it was going to take. In my head, I was thinking that I was making a full-size journal that just wasn't decorated, and the decorating is really what takes so much time in these. I used these fun, transparent little pieces throughout in some of them. I added things like stickers. Here's another one of these botanical book page pockets as well. Oops. See, like this is Cara Brandon's printable. This is Tim Holtz over here, and I just feel like they look so good together. Okay. And then over here we have our folio section. Yeah, so thank you guys for hanging out with me. I was so excited to show you the final. By the time you see this, these are off to the recipients, and that is going to be it for today's video. If you have any questions, let me know. And if I did put these up on my website by now, I will also link that listing below. It'll be very exclusive. I'm not going to have many available, but they were so much fun to make, and I still have so much Tim Holtz in my stash that I do want to make more. So that's it, guys. Have a great day. Bye.